And now from McAllen City Hall, a meeting of the McAllen City Commission.
Good afternoon, welcome. My name is Aida Ramirez. I'm Commissioner for District 4 and also Mayor Pro-Tem here for the City of McAllen. First of all, I want to welcome everyone for joining us this afternoon. It's a special occasion. We're having several swearing-in ceremonies. First of all, I want to recognize we have some elected officials here. I want to thank you personally for taking time to come here and joining us. And I want to name them, and hopefully we won't leave anybody out, starting with Judge Ricardo Hinojosa. Our County Judge Ramon Garcia. Judge Fred Garza. Judge Juan Partida. Judge Randy Crane. Judge Jay Palacios. County Commissioner Tito Palacios, thank you. County Commissioner Joseph Palacios, thank you. We have one of our city commissioners from FAR, Mr. Eddie Cantu, thank you. Also have with us former U.S. Congressman Mr. Kika de la Garza, thank you, sir. And we also have former Mayor Rudy Villarreal in the back. Thank you. We have, of course, we have swearing in for our mayor, Jim Darling, and several commissioners, Scott Crane, District Number 1, Mr. Trey Pebley, District Number 2, Ms. Hilda Salinas, District Number 3, and Ms. Veronica Whitacre, District Number 6. We also have 3 places on the PUB. That's Charles Amos, Place A, Ernie Williams, Place D, and Albert Cardenas, Place C. So without further ado, Commissioner Darling, this is the last time I'll be able to call you Commissioner Darling. And I always joke with him, I always say, Commissioner Darling, he's my favorite city commissioner for District 6. Not anymore. So if you can do us the honors, Commissioner Darling, if you want to bring up your family, and Honorable Judge Ricardo Hinojosa will be doing the swearing in.
Commissioner Darling, soon to be mayor. I want to thank you for the honor of letting me swear you in. I want to thank your family for sharing you with us. It's a special honor for me because you and I started practicing law around the same time. You were here probably about a year or 2 years after I was, and you've distinguished yourself in your legal career and in your service to this community. So for me, it's a very special honor to be able to administer this oath. And if you don't mind raising your right hand and repeating after me. I state your name.
Jim Darling.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The duties of the office.
The duties of the office.
Of Mayor of the City of McAllen.
Of Mayor of the City of McAllen.
Of the State of Texas.
Of the State of Texas.
And will to the best of my ability.
And will to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution and laws.
The Constitution and laws.
Of the United States.
Of the United States.
And of this state.
And of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our new mayor for the City of McAllen, Mayor Jim Darling.
Thank you, my favorite city commissioner from District 5. Four. How easy to forget. You know, you advertise free cake and look what you get. Wow. I promised my wife I wouldn't make many jokes, but I'm sorry. I want to thank Judge Hinojosa. I've been a friend of yours for 30 years. I hold you in the highest esteem for your integrity in your court and certainly your professionalism as a judge. It's a pleasure always to have been in front of you, and it's an honor to have you give me the oath of office today. I also want to thank Brian Godinez and Carlos Garza, who are my political team. We thank God we didn't have a candidate this time, so I don't know who is more thankful that those guys or me, but I also want to thank my employer, Doctors Hospital Renaissance. You know, it takes an understanding and generous employer to be a successful mayor. The time off and the duties that I don't perform have to be performed by my fellow workers. So it's great to have the cooperation and understanding of those fellow workers, the administrators, and the owners at DHR. They've been much more supportive than ever I could imagine in my public service duties. So I want to thank them personally. The real sacrifice in political life doesn't come from the elected official, however. It comes from their family. The nights you get home late from work, the nights you're working on city matters and other things, is time that you'd spend away from your family and take away from your family. So I'd like to especially thank my family, my wife Sandra, my children, one of whom is here, Jenna, and all I want to say to them is thanks for all the support and love that you give me. Someone really recently asked me if the city commission was my first elected position, and I thought about that, and I remembered that I was a student council president in high school, and no, I wasn't homeschooled. And actually, I was the first president because we were the first graduating class, so when we were seniors, we were the only senior class or no upperclassmen, so our homecoming was kind of a flop, but we still carried on. But I remember I had no foundation because there were no senior class, so I had no foundation to build on. But it is different this time, as I have a sound foundation to build on as the mayor of our great city of McAllen. I spent 20 years with Mayor Brand. In fact, I think that he might have stopped lecturing St. Peter for a minute to be here today in spirit. And I can almost hear him saying, "Now, son, remember, drainage and streets are the backbone of a good city." And then there was Mayor Montalvo, the first Hispanic mayor of our city. And he was instrumental in making sure that McAllen did not become polarized as it could have been at the time. And Leo practiced inclusion as an important part of his platform, and I hope to carry that on. Finally, I had the privilege of serving as a city attorney and city commissioner with Mayor Richard Cortez these last 8 years and learning from him. Now, one other thing I remember about student council was I used the word responsibility 9 times in my acceptance speech back then. In fact, I remember someone said that I used that word too many times. I want you to know that 40 years later, I still think that is a very important word and a commitment, and my commitment to you as mayor. The responsibility to listen. I want to listen to our community leaders, other elected and appointed officials, our citizens, and our city commission. The responsibility with our city commission to provide our city administrators and our city employees the direction, the means, and the wherewithal to provide the best public service that our citizens expect and deserve. The responsibility to ensure that city funds are spent prudently and efficiently, and always understanding that city funds are held in the public trust. The responsibility to work with Hidalgo County and its elected officials and administrators, our neighboring cities, our school districts, our colleges, and even our water districts, to the betterment of all our citizens in our region. Finally, I'd like to recognize responsibility to the business community, to make sure that our city government is a supporter of and not a suppressor to business. I know that city government does not make money, city government takes money. That money comes from taxes paid by our business owners and their employees, all of whom are or will become responsible taxpayers. Finally, my campaign slogan was, "Together for McAllen." To me, that means together for a safer, healthier, better educated, more mobile, and fun city to live, work in, and visit. And so, McAllen is a great city, and I feel blessed and fortunate, and quite frankly humbled, to live here and be your mayor. In closing, I believe that together, working hard for McAllen, we can make our city even better. Thank you. Thank you. And Scott Crane? Where's Scott? There you go. You're up, Scott. Scott's my favorite commissioner from District 1.
It's my distinct honor to, again, administer the oath to my brother. It's hard to believe that it's already been 4 years since the last time these kids were being carried and were tiny just 4 years ago, and time flies. I also want to recognize the family. It is a sacrifice for Scott to be doing this. Although it seems like a pretty congenial, gregarious group here, I wonder if it's really that bad being here late on Monday nights. Our family is a big family, and one of the things that I have enjoyed is when Scott's up here at city commission meetings, I've been able to take some duties with the kids. I can remember taking care of soccer practice with Diego while Scott was at city commission meetings. I appreciate him sharing the kids with me. I grew up with Scott. We shared a bedroom together. I feel like I know him as good as anyone. He is someone that is going to represent the city well, as he has already, a man of integrity and hard work, and always has the interest of the public in mind. With that said, if you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Scott Crane,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the
the
office
duties of the office
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 1
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 1
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't think any dad is happier than when his kids are beside him. Thank all of you for being here today. It's my pleasure. I look forward to serving for another 4 years. It's an honor to have all of the elected officials from around the county to here. I did not expect that this evening, and it just makes me have a lot of civic pride in the city of McAllen. I want to thank Mike Perez for all of the work that he's done over the years, particularly serving with him. He's been a great leader. I want to say, too, that my favorite District 1 commissioner was Carlos Garza. And I'd like to give a big thank you to Mayor Cortez and Commissioner Barrera, who are going off of the commission. They worked well. We all worked well together. They had a lot of insight. I'm going to miss their leadership, their direction. Between the two of them, no stone was left unturned. They were very detail-oriented, and they were very methodical. Anyhow, it's going to be a pleasure to serve again. Thank y'all so much.
And now our soon-to-be favorite commissioner from District 2, Trey Pebley.
I do hope everybody's favorite federal judges are the three who sit here in McAllen. And were it not for Congressman De La Garza, we wouldn't have federal court here in McAllen, so we thank him for that. Mr. Pebley, it's my honor to administer your oath. I have known you and your family for a long time. The contributions that you all have made to this community and really to this state are beyond belief from the standpoint of the magnitude of the service. I've known your wife and her family, and no one doubts that Kathleen and her family have been great members of this community who have contributed for so many years. And today you all make the decision to do that even more. And so for that, we thank you all very much. And if you don't mind raising your right hand and repeating after me. I state your name.
Trey Pebley,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 2
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 2
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Commissioner.
Just like to echo all the thanks that Jim and Commissioner Crane have said before me. Appreciate everybody being here today from throughout the city and throughout the county. the surrounding cities. Appreciate that support. I think that speaks volumes about the city, the county, and the region as a whole. Want to especially thank Commissioner Barrera for his 12 years of service and for helping me through the election and calling me up on the phone and telling me things I need to know and keeping me out of trouble. And I appreciate that, Marcus, and I'll be giving you a call. Keep your phone handy. So I want to thank my wife, Kathleen, and my boys for helping me here. Excuse me. I want to thank my family and appreciate all that y'all done and look forward to working with y'all and doing the best I can for the city. Thank y'all.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I sat on one side of with Marcus for, I think, 5 years, and then I sat on the other side as a city commissioner. I thought, well, now as a city commissioner, maybe you'll listen to me, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. So we now have our favorite city commissioner from District 3, Hilda. She gave me Hilda Salinas. Welcome, Hilda.
Commissioner Hilda,
Yes, sir.
it is an honor to be here again, and anytime you need me, just give me a call.
I will, sir.
The citizens of your District 3 have once again re-elected you, Commissioner. Are you prepared and ready to take on the responsibilities of said office?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Would you please raise your right hand? I, your name,
I, Hilda Salinas,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties
execute the duties
of office
of office
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 3
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 3
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will to the best of my ability
preserve,
preserve,
protect, and defend
protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Well, I stand before you here today as, Mando and I stand before you here today officially as empty nesters. This is the first time that I'm up here. It feels kind of weird to be standing here without our kids. I saw Trey Pebley come up here just a while ago, and I remembered the first time I was here, and my kids were almost the age of your boys, and they're in college now. So it's very heartwarming to be here. I want to thank everyone that is here today, and pretty much ditto to everything that has been already said. But I want to give a very, very special thank you to our staff, our city manager, our city attorney, our police chief. I can see him back there. I don't know if our fire chief is here, but pretty much everyone, all our department heads especially. It is not easy to run a city this size and to do so with the efficiency that you help us run this city. And we thank you for that. And overall, I'm ready to serve, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
And last but not least, in Veronica, we always go last in District 6, is Veronica Whitacre. But I want to say, as city commissioner in District 6 for the last 6 years, I hope that I've turned this district over to you in good shape, with the exception of the leaking lake. But that's something that we won't talk about. So Veronica Whitacre, come on up, my favorite, soon-to-be favorite commissioner from District 6.
Veronica, what an honor it is for me. That great historian, Vela, has reminded me quite a few times that your grandparents attended my grandparents' wedding over 100 years ago. So it's a very special honor to be administering this oath to you. You and your family have been great service to this community. We thank you for all the legal drugs that have made us better during all these years. And as you take on this new job, we certainly appreciate your service and certainly the fact that your family's sharing you with us.
Thank you.
If you don't mind raising your right hand and repeating after me. I
I,
state your name,
Veronica Vela Whitacre,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 6
of McAllen City Commissioner, District 6
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of the state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here this evening with me. It is my honor to stand before you. Most of you know that I did run a rough campaign, and I made it. And it's because of citizens of McAllen, those who are proud to be citizens of McAllen, to elect me as your new District 6 Commissioner, and I will make you proud. I only have 2 years to prove myself, and I hope in those 2 years that I am given the chance to show everyone that I can do it and that I am a leader. And again, I do thank all the elected officials that took the time to be here this evening, and I thank all of my friends, family, and everyone who cares for McAllen to be here this evening. Thank you all so very much.
You know, Veronica won by a lot more votes than I did, so I was going to have Carlos and Brian talk to you after the meeting today. It's my pleasure to introduce the Public Utility Board members. And you know, we're probably, I think, the only city in the state of Texas has elected Public Utility Board, and I think that shows in the quality of service that we have. We have a great workforce in the PUB, but we also have people who are dedicated enough to have a citywide election to serve on that board and serve our citizens. And I think that process plays out in the kind of leadership that you have on our McAllen PUB. So it's my pleasure to introduce the first winner and chairman, co-chair, continuing chairman of the Public Utility Board, Charles Amos, for swearing in.
I want to thank you, Charles, for giving me the honor and privilege of administering the oath to you. And
thank you for coming again.
Yes, sir. Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Charles Amos,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties
the duties
of the office of McAllen Public Utility Board Trustee, Place A,
McAllen Public Utility Board Trustee, Place A,
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will,
to
to the best of my ability,
the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. As you may note, I'm the first one to be up here solo. My kids have all gone. My family has left me here in the valley, and I love it. I want to commend the families of all those that have served our great city. Those are the folks that have taken on probably the hardest job. It's not the candidate. We run for office and it's frantic and it's, flaming hair and all that other good stuff. But it's the families that often are left at home waiting. When that extended meeting goes on or that call to duty or have to go do something as mayor, oh, Jim, good luck. but we all choose to serve. I once told a wise gentleman a number of years ago that there's nothing sexy about water and sewer. He still smiles when I say that. And there's not. But without it, our city would not be, we would not have the foundation for the growth of our city. I was taught by my parents, many of you knew them, that there's two pillars that constitute or the foundation of growth for any community, and that's an educated workforce and water. And we're lucky enough in McAllen to have both, a responsible stewardship of a commodity in water that is as precious as, more precious as time goes on as gold will be. But I thank you for the humbling experience of being elected once again to serve this great city, to serve a public utility that is better than any other, to serve on a team that has been created in this city by our forefathers, many of whom are here, Carlos and a few others. But I thank you so much for that honor, and I will be a good steward, and I will be a servant to this community and continue to make and secure the water needs of McAllen. Thank you.
I was going to say a joke about PUB, but my wife's sitting here, and so we will pass that one, and we'll introduce, well, I'm really tempted to. We'll introduce Ernie Williams from Place D. Ernie? Charles could have borrowed a couple of those. Congratulations, Ernie. Will you raise your right hand, please? In the name and authority by the state of Texas, I, your name,
Ernie Williams,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties of the office
execute the duties of the office
of McAllen Public Utility Board Trustee, Place D,
of McAllen Public Utility Board, Place D,
of the state of Texas,
State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and the law of the United States
and of this state,
of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
I can do nothing but echo what has already been said up here today. I did realize I was going to get the microphone, but I'm glad to have it. I can't believe I'm in such presence of some of these folks, Judge, Congressman De La Garza. The neat thing about being around for quite a long time is that I had the opportunity of serving not with just some very special, talented people in the utility and on the commission, but I know their mamas and daddies. I know Howard, and I know Valdo, and Dr. Tavares, your in-laws, Trey. It's been a neat thing to have been around so long and working with this next generation, so to speak. Scott Crane and his parents, I see Bibi back there. Running an election and getting through a campaign is kind of trying as you get up there, Valdo, and in a little later years, it takes a little toll on you. Commissioner Joe Palacio said when I came in, he said, nobody's filed against him yet for commission. He said, I hope my wife Ann doesn't file against him because she's the one who carried my campaign. But anyway, Kika, thank you so much for being here today and all the precedents that you have set it, along with your lovely wife, Lucille. We appreciate you being here. But we'll do exactly what Charles said, is you turn the water on in the morning, you can expect it to be there, and when you flush, expect it to be gone. If it's not, blame the city for it. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And our newest member to the Public Utility Board, I'm sure he's really excited to get going, Albert Cardenas from Place C. Where's that? There he is.
Albert, first of all, thank you for the honor of being a participant in this ceremony. And now at this time, if you will raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, in your name,
I, Albert Cardenas,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
McAllen Public Utility Board Trustee, Place C,
McAllen Public Utility Board Trustee, Place C,
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will,
will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve,
protect,
and defend
the
Constitution
Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
so
help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, sir.
I'd just like to thank my family, my good friends. Obviously, I didn't get an opponent, but I have a big McAllen family. 10 aunts, 6 uncles, and 60 first cousins, all from McAllen. So when I was, what they did, once they told me, when did you get sworn in? I said, tomorrow, which is today. And they said, okay, well, can we get a lower water bill? And when they told me that, I gave them Ernie Williams' cell phone number. But either way, I'd like to thank everybody for supporting me, and thank you all very much. I'm ready to do a good job.
Well, I'm really flushed with excitement after that, but what a great bunch of elected officials. I am so excited about working with you guys. It's going to be a fantastic future for us. It's been a great past with McAllen, with the leaderships that we've had here, much of it evidenced in this room, with the county leadership and the surrounding cities and all that. It's a great time for our region with the medical school and everything happening. There's great things happening in Hidalgo County. So I think if you notice one thing is we work hard, but we have fun. So now this is the fun part. I want to invite everybody out for cake, ice cream, and all that stuff. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for coming. You can come for the city commission meeting, but I wouldn't recommend it. Thank you.